Guy DIY Robert, back on vlog 2, doing the deck. So I want to show you a little trick when you're doing something completely by yourself for deck. This is how I do the floor joists when I'm by myself and have to do all the, whatever, when you're by yourself. So here what I do. I mark my 16-inch on center all the way down, all the way across, and I always start from one side and come across. I don't start from here. I don't start from here and go to the middle, or find the middle and go to the end, or anything like that. Just start from one side, go across. Make it simple. So it means your last one may not be 16-inch on center from this edge. Who cares? It's a support. It's going to support. So I'm even all the way down, and I do that through the whole deck. 16-inch on center, starting from this side, going all the way across. Next thing I do after I find my mark, I do on the top, all the way down. Then I have a block that I'm going to use as a joist block, or as a joist. So this here is a 2x8. And what I do is I find the absolute center, which on this part is right there. So after I find my center here, I go around the block, line it up, and I make 2 chip marks, short little marks on each side. Then I grab my square and you can do 1 line or you can do 2 lines. I happen to do 2, and I do a straight line from the top of that chip mark all the way down. So by doing that, what it allows me to do is I'm not looking for it to be level, I'm looking for it to be squared. So now when I take my joist hanger, bear with me here, I gotta, if this will work. So I always have the same side that's going to be against this, okay? So here's a mark on here. I did that to remind myself this has to be facing me. So I take my joist hanger, squeeze it so it bends in a little, put it on my block, and you can use anything to hold this in place. I use a pair of vice grips, so that holds it in place. Then the next thing I do, I have this line here. This shows me my level line, not my level, my square line. I line this up. I line the right side up, okay? And then with my gun, I'm making sure the top of this block is level with the joist. Push hard against the block. Now after I do 1 shot, I always check this line to be sure it's running parallel to my block before I come in and do this other side. Because sometimes when you shoot the nail in, this block will twist a little. So I'm still level, but I'm still going to hold this in place and make sure I'm as flush as I can to the top. Pull this out. Now, the framing nailer I'm using, I think you can see the name right there, Metabol. It used to be heck, what is it? Hayabusa? That doesn't sound right. I think I'm saying it wrong. I'll put it in a text over this, only shoots this 1.5-inch strip nailer. That's all it does. So it's used for these. So even though these brackets are designed to have 2 holes here, the power of this is still strong enough where I can drive it through the metal as well. So I do 6 nails total. And then when I put my floor joist in, I do a nail on the inside, 2 nails on the inside, 2 nails on the other side, and then right here on the bottom part, I shoot 1 nail in through the bracket into the bottom of the board, just for additional precaution. Be sure that it's held in there tight. So I'm gonna go on to the next one here. Safety glasses. You have to wear these when you're using this. Every time you shoot a nail out, something from this comes flying back all the time. And that's how you do the hangers, at least when you're doing it by yourself. So I have quite a few to do. Got this whole side here, and then behind me I got this board to do both sides, and you can see I already did the ones in the back. So we're going to put this in hyper mode and continue on. So I was saying about the safety glasses, when you use pneumatic air guns or nailers, the material that's used to hold the nails shoots out. It just randomly shoots out. You have to wear safety glasses, and you'll feel it hit your face. So don't take stupid chances and not wear the correct equipment when you're doing this. All right, let's set this up and do a time lapse. All right, I'm running out of light here, so I'm kind of rushing. It doesn't show on the camera, but it's 8:40 right now. So here I have a little alignment issue. Half of it runs into this. The other side I can go right in between the bolts. That's not an issue. So I'll have to figure something out here when I get back. So as you can see, all of it is installed. Of course, you know, a lot of this stuff is warped. So I take a electric planer and I plane the surface off. I do this I've already done, so this is completely flush. Now I got to do all these where they meet the joists, cross joists, floor joists, cross joists, floor joists, cross joist. And I got to plane all the edges, leading edges, so it runs totally flush with my double joists. As for the legs, I didn't video record these, but the way these legs work, these are anchors. Being used for 4x6 is the size of this leg. You have to trim the leg a little to make it fit. And that even goes for the ones that are not anchored. You got to trim the leg a little to make it fit. I don't understand why. It says 4x6, but it really isn't. And these posts are not even exactly 4x6, they're smaller. Anyways, the way the system works is the back plate here on this side is flat. And there's a hole in the center of it. So with your hammer drill, you drill down. I went down 5 inches and then dropped in a cement anchor, 5-inch long cement anchor with a collar. So the collar is when you put the nut on the top of the anchor. As the nut pulls the anchor back up, the collar slides up and then wedges it inside the cement. So this one, and this one are all anchored into their cement feet. The rest, which is 6 over there, are not cemented into their feet. They're just sitting on regular feet. So, but all of them sit 1.5 inches above the surface inside. So should water ever collect, it never collects high enough to go into the bottom of the legs themselves. And I think that's it. So I'm going to end this vlog here on getting this done. Just one more section to go. And if you look behind me, you see the sun down. But this is Big Guy DIY signing off on my deck project for my friend. And yeah, soon we're getting the middle section done, and then we got to work on the roof, putting in new supports for that. So vlog number 3. I can't do this one. Can I do it? Kind of. Vlog 3. And if you got any questions, rifle the comments down below. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm open for everything, and I try my best to ask and be honest about it straight up. Give me a thumbs up. Other than that, have a good one.